Hi, today I will show you how you can update your drivers to the latest version by modifying the drivers yourself. In my older video clip, you didn't have that option because you had to download the drivers and those only went up to the point where the user basically wanted to modify them. But since that guy stopped updating the drivers, I decided to make this video because I actually saw there's plenty of people still trying to do that. So here I am. First of all, let me show you the proof that I actually have this working and I'm not just talking about it. So under display adapters, you can see I have 800 ADM. And if we check the latest drivers for this specific GPU, you will see that the latest drivers available is 425.31. But if I actually check which drivers I have, you will see that these drivers that I've installed are 47111, which are actually the latest one that are currently available, which were released on June 22nd. So, how do you do this? First thing you'll want to do is download Notepad++ because you will be needing to search in files. Type Notepad++, go on desktop, find the first link and download it. Once you have that downloaded, the second thing you'll need is type in NVIDIA drivers on Google and go on this page. Now first, you will download your latest drivers that are actually available for your GPU. So for me, that is 800 ADM. Click on search and then download this. That's the first thing you'll download. And the second thing you'll download is search for, let's say 860M, because these are still updated. You can also do the same because I don't think it actually matters because you just need some latest laptop drivers. And 860M is exactly that. So click on that, search, and download this as well. Now this is quite a big download, so it will probably take you a while. So while that is downloading, what you want to do next is go on the device manager. Now all of these things that I'm doing right now, I'm just following these instructions. But even though we have instructions, people are still confused or stupid or just plain lazy and they don't know how to do it themselves. So that's why I'm making this tutorial. Anyway, what you want to do next is go in your device manager. You just type in device manager and then go under display adapters. Again, my driver, my GPU that is 800 ADM. So you right click on it and then go properties. Once you are on the properties, you go under details. Under details, under property, you want to pick hardware IDs. Under hardware IDs, you will have 4 lines, and the second one that starts the same as every one of them, but then in the middle has subsys, and then at the end it doesn't have RU-A1, so it's like the second line. You copy this. And what you want to do now is open Notepad and type this in and just type original GPU 800 ADM. So you don't get confused because there's going to be a lot of copying and a lot of pasting. That is one thing you should do. Alright, so the next thing you want to do after your drivers were downloaded, you will want to extract them. I will go and delete my old drivers because I already changed the files. How do you extract these files? Well, I advise you to download 7-zip. So type in 7-zip, go on the website and then just download it. After you've downloaded it, go right click, properties, and there's actually nothing you can change here. You want right click 7-zip and then extract to, and then just click this. And then go the same for the other drivers, right click 7-zip extract to. What is this gonna do? This is basically gonna extract your drivers folders into their own separate folders. So now you will have 2 folders and each of them will have your files. Now I am recording this on a laptop and extracting at the same time, so it's just gonna take a bit longer. There we go. Now you have 2 folders. So what you want to do now is you have to go in the original drivers folder, so the old version, and then you want to go and open the first txt file. Open it with Notepad++. If it doesn't open with Notepad++, right click on it and click open with Notepad++. If it doesn't have Notepad++ option, then click choose another app and then click more apps, and then at the bottom look for another app on this PC and then go on C, go program files, and then you have Notepad++ somewhere here. There we go, and then you go notepad++.exe and you open it. Once you are here, you want to do is copy paste the hardware ID we've previously pasted in. And then in here, hold Control and press F. Then go find in files and paste that. Then directory, you want to click on the 3 dots and select this folder. So downloads 425, select folder and then click find all. Now what is this gonna do is basically it's gonna search in which folder, or more specifically in which file your GPU is basically reading the strings, because these strings are basically all that determines whether or not the driver can be installed. And depending on what kind of laptop you have, if it's Optimus, if it's non-Optimus, if it's Clevo or Dell or Asus, the folders and the files are not the same. So once you do this, it's gonna find it for where your specific files are. So it's maybe not gonna be the same as in my example, but as long as you do the same copies and the same pastes and change the same things, it should work. So now we can do nothing but wait, because this is gonna take some time, but it's only gonna take this long for the first time, because then we know which file we have to change. Alright, so this should be about done. There we go. And now if we check here, it says C users, my name, downloads, the folder, and then we have here subfolder, display drivers, and then subfile nvami.env. So now we know in which file we have these things. We can just close this up, and then we can open nvme.env. In here is where all the changes will be happening, because this is apparently the file that is being used by my drivers. So what you want to do next is the thing you copied, you can go press Ctrl F again, and then just click find what, and then just click find all in current document. We just got the same results, but we are in this file now. We're not gonna search the whole folder again. So now that we are here, we basically have 3 lines, and they all point to the same thing. I'm not gonna explain it to you what they do, because We don't care that. We just want this to work. So I don't remember what I have to do now, so let me just read for a bit. Alright. So now we have 3 lines. We can just select the first one and you want to copy it. Just copy the whole line and paste it back in the notepad. And then just type here original GPU. So again, you know what it is. Alright. Now that we have done that, you want to open the modified drivers, or that is the newer drivers. So we go just to the same file we were at before. 471 display drivers nvme.inf, and you can hold this and drag it out so you have like 2 separate windows. And now what you want to do is in this folder, that is the newer one, you should search for 860M and then just click find all in current document, and then you get something like this. And then just select the first one and then you want to copy it. So we copy this and in the notepad type here modified drivers folder 860M. Alright, you can do the same. You can also use 860M. But this original one is probably different because you're probably not using the same GPU as I do. Alright, now that we have done that, the next thing we should do is copy this part, that is NVIDIA due between the percentages from the modified one. So we copy this, that is from the modified one. There's no percentage here, my bad. So just copy this, paste it in here, click find in all current documents, and here we have a single line. And you copy this single line, Control C, and you paste it here and type again modified drivers folder 860M. So now you go back to your original folder, and in here you copy this folder, this line I mean, or in our case, because we are smart, copy it in the notepad and copy it, and then go in this modified section, press enter here and paste it. And then what you want to do next is just take this section ID, paste it like this, and then you can delete the whole thing. So what did I do? I copied this from the original. I went here where the modified is gonna be, I pressed enter, I pasted it, and then I just changed this section so it matches to what it was before. Now we take these percentage words between percentages from the original BIOS, and we also look for it in the original BIOS, and at the end we get this line that says NVIDIA equals 880M. We copy this and we're gonna paste it in our notepad. We'll type again original GPU. And now what we want to do is in the modified, type in 860N, press find all in current document, click on the first one, press enter, and then here you want to paste what we just typed in before, and then press Ctrl S, and that is it. Now you have saved it, and now it should work. Now you probably want some proof on how to do this. I mean, if it actually works or not, and I'll show you that in a bit. But before we continue, there's one more thing you have to do, which is you have to do unassigned drivers boot, and I'll show you how to do that in a bit. But basically you have to hold shift and then click on restart, and then on restart you have to go advanced settings, then you have to change startup behavior, and then you have a list of things you can change, and under number 7 there is an option to disable enforce driver signature, and after you do that you can install these drivers. And now we're gonna go on the second part where you will see how this actually looks in practice by installing the actual drivers. Alright, now we just uninstalled the old drivers, and now we're gonna do what I said. We're gonna hold shift and we're gonna press restart. Alright, and now the restart is gonna happen. I'm gonna show you the whole procedure so no one says, oh, this doesn't work. It works, you're just too dumb to follow simple instructions. Alright, we go troubleshoot, we go advanced options, we go startup settings, and we click on restart. And then once this happens, under number 7 it says disable driver signature enforcement, and we press 7, and then the Windows will boot up. I'm not gonna show you the screen. Alright, now we're in, and now just to show you again, there's no trickery happening here. Device manager, display adapters, I deleted it, and now we go on folder, we go download, and now we open this modified folder that we just made, and then simply run setup.exe. Version 4.7.1.11. Checking system compatibility, and now graphics drivers only, agree and continue, custom, next, again 4.7.1.11, and it wants to install PhysX, which is also okay, but we also already installed it before, so we don't really need it. Next, and now this is gonna take some time, but here we are. It's gonna run in real time as well, so you have the proof that it actually works. But guys, like, there's so many people thinking, oh, if I install the latest drivers, then I'm gonna have so much more FPS on my shitty 10-year-old GPU. That's not gonna happen. Like, the only reason you should really do this is if there are some games that simply do not run on older GPUs because of the drivers. But trust me, even if you do this, it's still gonna run so shit. Like, I doubt it's gonna be playable, but here is the tutorial, so I guess if you do want to actually go with it, why not? You can do whatever you want. So here is finally the video I promised you. Alright, so while it's installing, it's gonna say this because it's not enforced, and we just click install this driver software anyway. And now we are ending, slowly but surely ending this installation. I guess I can still ramble. So yeah, like, it's not gonna make a huge difference, but this is the video because people said, oh, I can't do this or it doesn't work. Dude, it works. You just have to follow the instructions. Like, 90% of my tutorials are made the same way. I just Google the solution and then I see there's no videos, or there are videos but are badly made, so I make them myself. It's not hard, guys. There we go. Installer finished. 471.11 installed. If I click on control panel, see, I didn't even open it yet, same as before. Agree and install. It's gonna pop up 471.11, and if I go on the manage through the settings, you will also see, yeah, that's it. Stay awesome, guys, and if you need any help, please just watch the video again. I explained everything. Alright, take care.